Ice Arena. It's Wednesday night. It's time to play some hockey. Minneapolis Storm are taking on the Delano Tigers. Kurt, we played Delano, about a month ago? Does that sound about right?
I think so.
Won that game?
Yep.
Handedly.
I thought so.
Unfortunately, we're without, of course, Judd, Carlos, and Tommy this evening.
That's right.
We'll see what the coach is going to throw out there as far as the lineup goes. We'll start out with Kutzer, Franzen, and Forkel, backed up by Flum and Von Auert. Quick offsides call. Send the face off just outside of the Delano zone. Kurt, you were saying earlier, Tommy, minor injury on the Smokes yesterday, huh?
That's right. He wiped out trying to ride the rails down at Highland.
Riding the rails.
And not exactly sure what happened, but he landed on his side, kind of bruised up his hip and ribs. Okay. And he's pretty sore.
Let's hope for a speedy recovery. This is Kutzer with the puck behind the net. He gets tied up. Forpole comes down to help. Delano able to break it out. Val getting pressure behind the net. Ringing around the boards. Puck will just slide out of the zone. Minneapolis regrouping. Boys probably need a line change right now. They'll get one on this icing call. Talking with George Tewan before the game, it sounds like Carlos is progressing nicely over the last couple days.
Well, I see he doesn't have his sunglasses on.
No sunglasses, that's good. Boyce rings it around the boards for Mosley. Mosley chips it up for Anderson. He's got Conlon with him. Anderson tried to get it in front. Nice play by the Delano defender to break that one up. Jack Moyer stepping back to play D tonight, keeping that in the zone. Boyce bouncing it off the boards down to Conlon.
Whoa.
Tigers back out of the zone. Nothing going here back in the Minneapolis zone as Moyer picks up the puck. Sends it off the boards to Boyce. Quick change by the D. Puck now picked up by Forpole. Going hits Kutzer, but it goes off his stick. Storm can't hold the zone. They'll regroup. Coach Boucher not on the bench tonight, traveling for work this evening. Hopefully he's watching live this evening. Storm keeping the puck in the zone. Kutzer sent one out in front, slides all the way through, back down the ice, and Delano will get a line change. Whoa. Dangerous pass right in front. Nice save by Stotterud. Mosley battling in the corner. Delano are going to try and break it out the other side, but Von Auert comes down to pinch. Franzen backing him up, collects. Nice pass up to Boyce. Over to Mosley. And he scores! Nice shot by Sully. Buried that one with 11:30 to go in the first, and the Storm go up by a goal. All right, so the Storm taking the lead early on here in the first. Moyer playing D tonight, comes down to collect the puck in the corner. Moyer tried to go cross ice in front. Another dangerous pass deflected by a Tiger.
Wow.
So ring it back around for Sully. Sully tried to connect with Anderson, but it was broken up. Moyer gets it back to Mosley. Anderson picks it up, bounces one off the boards, but Storm unable to clear. Jack says the heck with it. We're getting this puck out of the zone.
Guess
I don't care what happens.
Yeah, our defensemen were doing well with the puck back there. I'm not really sure where the breakdown was. Just couldn't get it over the blue line.
Couldn't get it out of the zone, yeah. All right, so face off back down right in front of us here. Kuter, Corkle, Franzen, Von Auer, and Flum. Sorry, not Franzen, that's Miller. And this is Forpel with the puck. Hanging on to it, gets a shot off, and it's gloved by the Delano Tendy. Great hustle here by Rowan, picking the puck up off the face-off. Tried to get one back to Moyer and hit a little traffic. Jack will send it back down to Kuter. Forpole now has it. Gets a shot off in front, but it gets deflected wide. Oliver behind the net, getting tied up. Finally gets possession of the puck. Looking to make a play. Oh, back out in front, a lot of traffic there. Boyce fires a shot, it gets deflected high and out of play. Get a face-off in the Tiger zone with 9:44 to go in the first.
Oh, are we on the power play or something? It looks like we're completely controlling it down there.
Yeah. No, we are not on the power play, but it sure looks like it. Anderson, Franzen, Mosley. Boyce bounces the puck back down to Anderson. Anderson working hard, gets a pass out in front, slid all the way back to the line. Boyce will take it into the corner, push it forward to Franzen, Anderson. Back to Franzen. Franzen regroups, back across to Boyce. A little touch pass there for Anderson. He'll ring it around the boards. Offsides is the call, and we're going to face off back outside the Minneapolis zone. Both teams with just 11 skaters tonight here, Kurt. And this is Forpole.
We'll get their...
Got Conlon with them. Fans on the shot, tried to get one back over, it's too late. Rowan dropped one back for Conlon now. He gets bumped off the play. Delano will break it out. Henry Conlon with the puck. Skating out of the zone. Sent one up for Kuitzer, but we're going to get an offsides call. Throw him up to Miller. Miller across the line. I think it's a nice shot off. Got deflected. Still on net. Tender sends it wide. Anderson picks it up. Gives it back to Miller. Gives one back to Flum at the point. Nice shot there. Deflected wide by the Tiger Tendy. Good hustle here by Anderson. Sorry, that was Miller picking it up behind the net. Cal, another shot. Deflected. Back into the corner where Mosley sent it back out to Von Auert. Shot comes in on net. Delano picking it up, and they'll get it out of the zone. Storm will regroup. Get a partial line change. Delano taking advantage of the open real estate. Tried to bring it back in the zone, but Von Auert there to send it right back out. This should be an icing call on Delano. .6:57 left to play in the first. Storm up by 1. Back to Moyer. We've heard that before. Nice shot there by Jack, is right on net. Goaltender covers it up and we'll get another face-off. Kirk, we're used to hearing that Kuitzer to Moyer combo, but not necessarily back to the point, right?
Well, not until now. And looks as good here as it did down in front of the net.
Sure does. Boyce gets bumped off the puck there, and Delano back across the line. Jack Moyer will not allow a shot to come through. Boyce returns the favor, lays a hit. Shot comes in on Scotterud.
Uh-oh.
He makes a nice save.
I think Moyer's getting a penalty.
What's Moyer going for? I didn't see him.
Well, I think he dropped the shooter. I wasn't sure what that call was. Was that holding? He kind of gave a holding signal, but it was sort of strange.
Yeah, but he kind of had his back to us, so I wasn't sure. Either way, Delano on the power play.
Yeah, so I don't know if he ended up tackling him or what.
Anderson sends the puck out of the zone as Conlon gives chase. Poke check there by Liam. Conlon comes over to help. Trying to get the puck out of the zone right now. Liam finally sends it down the ice. No icing here.
Beautiful.
Storm will get a quick line change. Job there by Oliver to glove that one. Boyce gives it back up to Kuitzer. Kuitzer tried to feed Miller with a pass, slid by him all the way back down in the Tiger zone. Tie it up for a second, burn a couple seconds off the clock. Kuitzer again coming down the far wall. Back in the Tiger zone. Got a Tiger way down here at the Minneapolis line. We'll deflect it into the zone. And Cal will ice that one. With 10 seconds left to go on the Moyer penalty. 4:31 to go in the first. We're going to face off back down the Minneapolis zone. Delano controlling behind the net. Tried to feed a man out front. It's picked off. And we got Franny and Anderson coming back down the other way. Nice move there by Franson. Quick shot on goal. Tiger Tendy will hang on and we'll get another face-off in their zone. Nice little move by Franny there, huh, Chris?
Sure was.
Yeah. He's been playing really good hockey lately, hasn't he?
He certainly has.
Yeah, all over the ice.
Well, I'd like to see him bury that one, but can't get them all.
Moyer holding the line, getting a quick shot on goal. And another whistle.
Stay out of the penalty box, boys.
Franny got the chain last game too, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. I was hoping he could pull a little bit more out of him during that interview, but he's like all the other boys. It's like a CIA agent. Boyce can't get a shot off, but he hangs on to it and dumps it back into the zone. Anderson pushes it over to Forpole. Forpole tried to feed Moyer. Delano intercepts. No icing is the call here. Conlon coming in real quick there to keep the puck in the zone. Giving chase now, breaking that play up behind the net, coming out with it. Feeds Boyce with a pass, he gets a quick shot off, that's saved. And the Tigers will send it out of the zone. A little confusion there with the Storm. Forpole getting the shot off. Backhanded by Kutzer. I thought that one snuck through. The Delano goaltender hangs on and we'll get another face-off in their zone with 3 minutes left to go in the first.
Well, I think he has an extra puck in his pocket. He pulled it out and throw it out in front of him.
Here come the Tigers. Nice play there by Von Auer. Tigers controlling, not for long. Puck slides back out of the zone as Mosley and Miller give chase. Miller's going to pick this one up along the far wall. Nice pass back to Cal. Cal gets a quick shot off, but it goes wide. Tigers once again out of the zone. They're going to wave off icing as Von Auer comes down to collect. Brings one around the boards for Forpole. Nice outlet pass there to Franzen. Oh, nice shot there by Anderson. It goes just a little high and wide. All the way out of the zone. Storm regrouping. 1:35 left to go in the first. Franzen dumps that one in. Franzen again with the puck. Leaves it for Boyce with 1:10 left to go in the period. Boyce has that puck deflected.
Uh-oh.
He's going to go to the box for that hit right there. They might give him a 10 here.
I'm thinking that they are.
All right, so Boyce goes to the box for 10-minute. Kurt, that's one of those plays where you just got to lay off, right?
That's right. They have to stop on the back of the jersey.
Yep.
Especially important right there, right before the words.
Yep. Shot saved by Stoddard. He'll hang on. Kutzel backhands that one out of the zone. Just under a minute left to play here in the first. Stoddard will hang on to that one, and we'll get another face-off. Huh? Yeah, no. Nice play there by Kutzer. He's got Franzen with him. Oh, he just couldn't hang on to that one. 30 seconds left in the period. Oliver back around to Franny. Tried to go back out in front. Got picked off. Tigers breaking the puck out of the zone. Whoa, whoa, that one took a funny hop, but it went wide. Delano holding the zone. Pass goes through the crease. The horn sounds, and that'll do it for the first period. So it'll be just under a minute left to go on the Delano power play as we start the second period. Kurt pretty much kind of controlled and dominated the first period, but only coming away with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah. I was expecting more than that. The boys look like they're passing the puck around down there. We're getting good shots.
Right.
They're getting shots from the point. Everything looks good except the puck's not in the net.
Yeah.
So like to see them capitalize on some of that hard work down there.
You can always give a little credit to the Delano goaltender. He made some nice saves. But certainly agree with you. Should walk away with at least a couple goals there.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe they're waiting to the second period so you can get a good camera angle on those shots.
Is that what they're doing? That's what they're waiting for?
Could be.
Okay.
I'm going to have to ask that in the post-game interview. If that
Let's
was
do
part
that.
of the strategy.
Yeah, yeah. Tommy was up here a second ago. We could have asked him, I guess. Huh?
Oh yeah. What was he doing? Hitting up mom for some money?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Well, probably hard to get through a whole game without some candy or something. Looks like some monkey business going on with the clock.
Who's got the clock tonight? Is that Moyer?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give Jesse a hard time about this. It looks like it's set and ready to go. We got 15 minutes up on the board. Penalties up there.
Yeah.
35 degrees outside, so it can't be frozen up at this point.
So when's Jaden getting back? At the 4-minute mark?
Probably right around there. Yeah. Maybe that's what they're discussing.
I don't think so, because usually that's just between people. They're either looking at the clock or the score sheet there. And Jesse's pretty. He's pretty seasoned.
He is.
So
yeah, he's always on top of this.
yeah, I doubt that. I doubt that we did
Steph in there
wrong.
with him?
Yeah.
It's not her first rodeo either.
Nope.
Meanwhile, the hour clock keeps ticking, but we got 59 on there, so we should be okay. Give a little shout out to our sponsors. How about that?
Yeah.
Borgay Imports, Twin Cities Orthopedics, St. Main Sporting Goods. You go to St. Main's, Kurt?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
They are. I used to bring my skates in there all the time until I started doing it in my own basement.
Nice. Always have good apparel too. You can always grab a Minneapolis Storm hat there.
Yeah, they got high school. They got high school attire, and they've got some equipment, gloves and sticks, and stuff like that.
How about Parkway Pizza? Are you guys Parkway Pizza fans?
Oh, we sure are.
Yeah, we like to support them as well.
Yeah, they're right in our neighborhood, so we order from them. I don't know, once a month or so.
Okay,
something like that.
Good.
Who knows? Maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight. Tommy's hungry. Okay, looks like we're ready to go here. Puck has been dropped. Flum chases it down behind the Minneapolis net. Delano there to disrupt. They now control. Once again, they are on the power play for the next 40 seconds. Shot came in from the point, but it was wide. Cal loses his footing. Shot right on, sent wide by Scotterud. Delano still on it. Pass went right to Cal. Anderson breaks it out. Will over the line. He's going to get a shot off. Fires it. Oh, nice blocker save there by the Delano attendee. Will got right on that rebound, too. Tried to get back out in front. Delano comes away with it. 8 seconds left to go on the penalty. Moyer picking up the puck. Bounces it off the boards. Minneapolis back at full strength. Kutzer with the puck over the line. Here comes Oliver. We got a goal. I think that was Mosley. Quick short pass in front by Kutzer. Mosley gets his second of the game. And the Storm go up 2-0. That is two for Sully, right? He got the first one, yeah.
First one was a nice whippy.
Yeah.
It's a vintage shot.
Yep. Quick release, Sully. Yeah.
So
All right.
maybe that was the strategy. You got a great camera shot of that.
I'm sure. There's Franzen now over the line. He'll dump it in. Forkel gives chase. Gives it back to Franzen. Kutzer comes over to help. Von Auer keeps it in from the line. Gets a quick shot on net. Sent wide by the Tendy. Forkel now with the puck. Back to Franzen.
Right there.
Oh. Tried to feed one to Kutzer. Got deflected in front. Rowan. That goes off a Tiger skate. Delano will break it out. Miller rings one around to Kutzer. Puck sent out of the zone on the other side. This will be an icing call against Minneapolis. Again, we couldn't have such a great season without our sponsors. I mentioned a few earlier. Mint Orthodontics, thank you so much. Red Cow, can't forget about the Red Cow. Love their burgers.
Yeah, me too. Had many a coaching meeting there.
Oh, yeah. Nice hustle there by Conlon, tracking the puck down. Anderson comes over to help. Flum keeps the puck in. Can't get a shot off. Can't hold the line. That'll be an offsides call. $12:20 left to go in the second. Storm up by 2. Delano controlling off the draw, back in the Minneapolis zone. That shot goes high and wide. Collected by Mosley. He and Anderson are working to get it out of the zone. Puck finally slides out. Delano bringing it right back in. Get a shot off. Puck still loose in front. Scotterud gets a glove on it. He'll hang on. And we'll get a whistle. $11:45 left to go in the second. Face off down in the Minneapolis zone. Kutzer will take the draw. Branson controls right off the draw. We get a quick whistle. And they're going to get Kutzer for... What do we get him for? Cross-checking. Okay?
Huh.
Must have been a real quick cross-check right off the draw. Ref caught it. And Storm will work hard to kill another run off here with 11:42 left to go in the second. Delano getting called for the offsides. Like there's some confusion there. I'm not sure.
There was a lot of stick work going on for not sure what reason.
Just get the puck over the line, right?
That's the first step.
Yeah. Well, they get it over the line off the face-off. Von Auert chasing it down. He'll come away with the puck out of the corner. Feeds four-pole. Nice pass up to Franzen. Good move by Franny to get around the Tiger defender. They try and clear the zone, but Miller is there to keep it in. Miller once again there to intercept that pass. Minute 11 left to go on the Kutzer penalty as Von Auert flips one out of play.
I couldn't tell if that was off of them or not.
Yeah, neither could I.
I guess not.
Nope. Delano controlling. Can't get a shot off. Good job by Miller to harass and prevent that Tiger player from getting a shot on goal. Tiger's still controlling behind the net. Miller there once again to disrupt. Conlon will pick up the puck. Feeds it back to Miller. Miller tried to go in front to Anderson, but there were 3 Tigers there, and they come away with it. $27 seconds left to go on the Delano power play as Conlon picks up the puck, sends it out of the zone, deflected off the Delano player, so no icing is the call. They try to connect on a long pass, unsuccessfully. Kutzer's back out of the box. Minneapolis at full strength. And this is Kutzer with the puck. Kutzer feeds Mosley down below, gives it right back to him. He got a shot off, but it hit some traffic. Moyer chips one down the boards to Kutzer. Kutzer back up the wall to Moyer. Moyer back to Kutzer. Kutzer controls. He's got Mosley in front. They couldn't connect.
Oh.
Mosley will poke that one in. Anderson chases it down. Storm getting a partial line change. Moyer leveled that guy. I don't know.
That looked like a clean hit to me.
It looked like a clean hit as well. Yeah, it sure looked like it.
I thought it looked super clean. Arms were down.
Arms were down. You just gave him the shoulder, right? You just put him on his ass. Wow. Okay.
He weighs about 3 times as much as that guy.
And that's why he got called.
Other than that.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the call? Roughing?
I believe so. All right. Delano back on the power play. Forpole controlling. He'll send that one back down in the corner. Good job by Rowan to collect that puck. He has it picked. Delano back across the line in the Minneapolis zone. They get a shot off, it rings off the pipe. Forpole sent that one back down. They're going to call icing. Okay. 52 seconds left to go on the Moyer penalty. 7:18 left to go in the second. Storm still up by 2 goals. Kutzer will take the face off. Shot from the point goes wide. Another shot right on. It's saved by Scotterud, and we'll get a whistle. 7 minutes left to go in the second.
Wow, that was the laziest shot I've ever seen in a game. I would think that if you got a chance to put it on net, you're going to hammer that
Put a little something on it, right?
Yeah. Maybe that's his change-up shot. I don't know.
Nice job by Conlon to come down and play that puck. He's back across the line. He's got Kutzer with him. He gets a shot off, it's saved. Conlon quick to get a glove on it. 3 seconds left to go on the Minneapolis penalty. Moyer comes off. Mosley on. Storm at full strength. Icing waved off as Kutzer picks up the puck. He tried to feed Sully, but it hit a Tiger defender. Franzen now.
There we go.
That's going to be a penalty. Franny draws a penalty. That is going to be a cross check.
Well, I hope he's all right.
From behind. Cross-checker. All right, so how about this, Kurt? Storm on the power play.
I smell a goal coming here.
I like it. Anderson taking the draw, he wins it. Franzi picking it up. Shot by Moyer goes wide. Franzen back with the puck again. Back behind Anderson, it gets tipped away, but he gets back, collects it, loses it. Mosley now with the puck. Mosley back to Franzen. Franzen back to the point. Cal back to Franzen. Franzen down low to Mosley. Moses got Anderson in front. No lane though. Gets it back to Franzen. He's one to Flum. His shot goes wide. Brings around the boards where it's picked up by Moyer. To Mosley. Fire it. He does. That goes wide. Franzen again with the puck. Back down low to Mosley. Mosley tried to feed Anderson. He was tied up in front. Flum to Franzen. Franzen to Flum. Cal winds up. Slap shot is deflected. Moyer couldn't hold on the other side, and the Tigers come back the other way. Nothing happening there. Moyer picks up the puck. Jack across the line, fires a shot. Tipped wide. We got a whistle. The net is off on the other end.
Jeez. Did Aiden just get out of hand down there? Or?
He's bored.
Did you see the wrestling match over there? I forgot what we call who it was, but it was like, oh no, it was Will. The puck was nowhere near. These guys were like, you know, like trying to throw.
Oh yeah? No, I missed it.
Funny.
Kreutzer controlling off the draw. Back to Forpole behind the net. Rowan goes cross up top to Von Auert. His shot is right on. Tiger goaltender will hang on. And with 16 seconds left to go in the Minneapolis power play, we'll get a face-off to the left side of the Tiger Tendy. Good job by Miller holding the line. Fires a low shot. It's sent wide, but picked up by Conlon behind the net. Conlon to Forpole. Rowan walks in front. Rebound picked up by Conlon. Back down to Forpole. Tigers back at full strength. Rowan tried to send a centering pass. A couple Tigers were there. It got deflected, and they clear the zone. Couple nice passes, get the puck out of the zone, and once again it's Conlon with it. Henry back down low, circling, sends it back in front, slides through traffic. Miller gets a shot from the other side. Von Auert sends a low shot in. It was deflected by Forpole and goes wide. Nice move by Franzen. Back to Miller. His shot is right on. Puck's loose in front. Rowan was right there. He was just tied up and couldn't get his stick on that puck.
Hey, who was on that puck?
Everyone.
Well, if one of their non-goalies is on the puck in the crease, that should be a penalty shot.
That would be a penalty shot, right? Anderson dumping the puck back in. Mosley chasing. Anderson picking it back up. Beats it over to Franson. Chipped one in front to Mosley. Smart play there by Franny. They just couldn't connect. And this is Franson now again with the puck coming out of the Minneapolis zone. Goes cross ice to Anderson to get a shot on, but it went wide. Moyer from the point. Shot deflected wide. Oh, nice play there by Anderson. Nice shot by Franson. And nice save by the Tiger Tendy. A little bit of whistle with 2:03 left in the second. Good play by Anderson there to get the stick up and give Franny an opportunity.
Oh, that's right.
Shot off. Back up top to Plum. Tigers end up clearing. Corporal will send it right back in. And Miller comes away with it. Oh, he went right in front of Kucher. He got a shot off. Puck still loose in front. Tigers end up clearing. What are we going? We got both of them?
I think so.
Four-pull with the retaliation there.
You know what? I didn't really see what was happening. I saw them both down on the ice, and I could hear some clanking against the boards and stuff.
All right. Well, we'll continue with 5-on-5 hockey. So we have offsetting penalties with 1:21 left to go in the second. Rowan in the box for the Storm. Miller collecting just inside the zone. Kucher back across the line. Tried to get one over to Mosley. Too many Tigers there. Miller picking up that pass, keeping it in the zone. Delano clearing again. And now it's Kucher back across the line. Picked up by Conlon. Kept in by Franzen. Tried to drop one back to Moyer. Just out of reach. Nice recovery by Jack. Boyce picks it up. Holter in the corner. He breaks it out and feeds a pass back to Moyer. Moyer across into the Delano zone. Turns in front, gets a shot at. Delano goaltender hangs on, and we'll have another face-off with just 6 seconds remaining here in the second. That'll do it for the second period. Storm up 2-0. Both goals by Mosley. Spent a little time there again defending against the power play. Kurt, what'd you think about the second? There we go.
Well, I thought that we looked good. Again, I was expecting a little more in the goals department, but but we looked dominant. I mean, we had the puck in their zone. We seemed to be beating them all over the place. A few guys, I think, are having a great game, especially in the forward zone here. Will Anderson looks good.
Yeah,
he's all over those guys.
Yeah,
and giving them all kinds of trouble, beating them in foot races. Henry Franzen's coming out with the puck a lot. So,
like you said, Storm doing a good job controlling the puck in the offensive zone. A lot of times we're trying to feed the front of the net. Every time the Tigers have like 2 players there, right? So we're just not able to connect on those passes.
Well,
maybe we need to try something different.
It's tough when there's a lot of bodies in a little small zone like that, and you're trying to get your stick on the ice, and of course the defensemen are lifting it, and even if you do get a shot, you're right in the goalie's lap, so not a lot of room to work with down there. But I did see some good things, especially that cross pass to Lee and up out on the point.
Yeah,
I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right, so we'll get Anderson, Conlon, Franzen out there, Moyer and Boyce on D. Delano sending the puck out of play. And we'll get a quick whistle and another face-off. Nice back check there by Anderson, coming in, getting control of the puck. Feeds the pass over to Moyer. Bank one around the boards. Centering pass slides through everyone. Moyer sends it out of the zone up to Franzen. Franzen regrouping. Cross-ice pass intercepted there. Storm will once again regroup. Cal rings one around the boards. Mosley picks it up. Nice pass there to Kutzer. Kutzer drops it to Miller. He tried to go backhand to Mosley, but there's a Tiger right there. Don Howard holds the line, gets a low shot on net. Cal tried to send it back in, but the Storm are offsides. One too many drop passes there.
Yeah.
It's okay. Howard holds his zone, sends it back in. Tigers quick to break it out. And now it's picked up by Miller, who feeds Forpole. Rowan gets a nice shot on goal, but it's gloved, and we'll have another whistle. Keeping the puck in, sending it back down in the corner. And this is Von Howard, keeping the puck in on the other side. Puck still loose in front after his low shot, found net.
Yeah.
Franzen picks it up and he scores! Henry Franzen taking care of business with 12:44 left to go in the third. The Storm go up 3-0. Kurt, you just felt that one coming, right? Puck was bouncing around.
Oh, yeah.
Henry in the right spot. Getting a good shot on net. Taking the shots on net, that's Mosley, who has 2 tonight. Good recovery by Moyer. Tigers back across the line in the Minneapolis zone. Shot and a nice save by Scotteroo.
Whoa!
Manson had that one picked as he got over the line. We'll get an offsides call.
Boy, that puck is taking a lot of weird bounces down here.
Yeah. Saw Jaden get his stick on that thing, and thankfully it deflected wide. Jack Moyer holding the line. Forpole ends up. Wow, pretty shot there. He goes bar down. And it gives Minneapolis a 4-0 lead just inside of 12 minutes to play. Wow. Nice shot there by Rowan.
Well, that was a sweet shot.
Yeah, it was. Conlon getting a shot on that. It's gloved, and we'll get another whistle.
I don't know if you could hear that pipe music on the video, but that was bar down and had a great sound to it.
Bet you Rowan's going to be hearing that all night too, huh? Cal sends that shot wide. Now it ups on the other side. Shot deflect high. Picked up by Kutzler. Slides all the way down. We'll get another icing call. And we're 10:40 left to go in the third. Get a face-off back down here in the Minneapolis zone. Storm up 4-0. As mentioned earlier, according to Youth Hockey Hub, Minneapolis, ranked number 9 in the state. Record now stands at 25-10-7, 9-4-4 in district play, and ranked number 5 in District 3. Nice save there by Scotteroo. Kurt, with our 5th place ranking in District 3, we've beaten all teams in front of us except for Armstrong Cooper.
Huh. Interesting.
We know we can beat as well, but just haven't been able to do it so far this year. Nice block there by Miller. He picks it up. He's got Mosley with him. Miller tries to do a little toe drag. It's saved by the Tiger Tendy. Mosley now battling for it in the corner with Miller. Delano breaking it out. Shot is deflected by Moyer. Moyer tried to chip it out of the zone. Now sends it around the boards for Boyce. Boyce, nice long cross ice pass there to Franzen. Had it picked. Delano coming back the other way. Shot is blocked. Picked up by Forpole. Forpole across the line. Quick shot on net. It's scooped up and hung on to, and we'll have another face-off. Kurtzer now with the puck. Leaves it for Franzen. He drops it back to Flum and it slides over the line and out of the zone. Franzen wisely chases it down, bounces it off the boards for Von Auert. Tigers hold the line and keep it in the zone. Boots are now breaking out of the zone. And offside. This is the call. Aiden's got to move around a little bit to stay warm down here, doesn't he?
Oh, me too. No. You said it was 33 or something? It feels colder than that here.
Does it?
Yeah.
Pass picked off by Boyce over to Mosley. Nice shot there by Sully. Mosley leaves it for Anderson. Anderson over to Conlon. Just a little too far out in front for Henry. He now battles in the corner. Gives it back to Anderson. Out in front to Mosley. Got a quick shot off, but it looks like it hit Delano defender. Sliding around out in front. That shot sent wide. Back around to the other side. Delano fanning on that shot attempt. Storm, clear the zone. They'll get a full line change. Some fresh legs out there. This will be an offsides. Liam to Cal, Emmett, back to Cal, who hits Kurtzer. Oliver over the line. No offsides call as Flum picks it up. His shot was deflected. Von Auert keeps it in, hits Forpole in front to Kurtzer. Tried to slide one back across. Sent wide. Puck rings around on the other side. Cal comes in to play it. Delano breaking it out of the zone. They get a shot off, but it's saved by Scotterud and picked up by Kurtzer, who immediately sends it off the boards and out of the zone. Miller now. His shot was blocked. Cal sends that one right into the ref's skate. Mosley breaks it out the other side. Sends it up to Franzen. Franzen drops it back to Mosley. His shot is deflected. Delano back with the 3-on-1 the other way. We get a shot off. Nice save there by Scotteroo. Boyce sends it around to Franzen. Picked up by Anderson, and he'll send it out of the zone. Delano back across the line. Can't get a shot off. There's someone back out in front, but no one there to collect. Good move by Boyce, who collided with Conlon. Delano keeping it in the zone. Boyce now battling along the wall. Kutzler comes over to help. Boyce comes away with it. Chips one up to Forple. Couldn't hang on, and the Tigers send it back into the zone with just under 4 minutes to play. No icing is the call.
Oh!
Quick shot from a bad angle. Goes in. And Delano gets on the scoreboard.
Tough one.
It was a tough one.
On the other hand, puck's in our zone, you got to be watching it, right?
No doubt. No doubt.
And it's not like he had a lot of options, and throwing it on net is never a bad idea.
That's what happens when you kind of dominate a game like this, right? You're up 4-0, and easy just to lose concentration for a second.
Although, you know what? We were having troubles getting the puck out of our zone, and
Yes.
looks like Delano, even before the goal, they woke up, right?
Yeah, right? Yep, no doubt.
Kind of shifted in their favor a little bit.
Yeah, and I didn't mean that just on Mr. Scott, it's kind of everyone, right?
Yeah.
Another offsides call, bring the puck back out into the neutral zone for a face-off with just under 3 minutes left to play. Before we go any further, I'm going to give a shout out to Stain for setting up all of our scrimmages. Thanks so much for all your time, energy, and attention, especially late in the season, filling some of those gaps in the schedule, setting our boys up for success here, hopefully going into the playoffs. Thanks for all your hard work.
Yeah, welcome. It was, I had my routine down, so just got to continue along that path.
Well,
It's nice to give them good competition, and then you look forward to those games. Like these district games are okay, but like flying up Prior Lake. It's kind of a special game.
That Bloomington Jefferson game, right? Do we play both Lakeville teams coming up here?
Yeah, those are, well, we play White Bear Lake on Friday.
Yep.
That's also a pretty good team.
Yep.
And both Lakevilles, yeah. I was just thinking, like, oh shoot, we should have played them both on the same day while we're at Ames Arena. But it's kind of a coincidence that we played them the same week.
Sure. And we should remind all of our fans too that you did have a scrimmage set up against Edina, but they canceled on us too.
Yes,
so, yeah.
But then they wanted to come back that same week that we have so next week. But now the coaches were like, it's just too many games right up. We should have a practice before we get into
playoffs. Yeah. It's hard to believe we're only a couple weeks away from D3 playoffs, isn't it?
Well, how many minimum games are we guaranteed during the playoffs?
I am not sure. Whoa.
3?
Double M.
I mean, possibly could be over after 6 games after today.
You're not going to talk like that, though.
No, I don't want it to be over.
But to your point, I mean, these boys have been fun to watch all season, right? And you want it to last for a while. And hopefully we'll have some success end of the season. And like I said before, you getting these scrimmages set up certainly prepares us well for going into the playoffs. So thank you again.
We played every Sunday. We needed to play.
Oh, boy. Looks like cross-checking, is it called? I'm not sure.
But he went like this. Score.
Scoreboard. All right, so Oliver reminding the Tigers what the score is. He'll go to the box, 12 seconds left in the game. Just let this one play out. All right, and that'll do it from Northeast Ice Arena tonight, where the Storm win it 4-1. Kurt, any closing thoughts?
Not really.
Yeah.
I think it seemed like we kind of let them back in there in the third period a little bit. But all's well that ends well.
Yeah.
And take the W.
We'll take the dub, go home, and we're back on Friday evening. So looking forward to that one. In the meantime, we'll wait and see who gets the chain. And have a good night, Kurt.
Hey, you too, Brent.
Thanks.